Alright guys, so let's talk about part 1 of Dragon Ball Legends 7th year anniversary. And the main theme here for today's video is going to be part 1. I'm going to give you guys my personal thoughts, the good, the bad, the ugly, what I think they did right, what I think they could have done better, etc. But once again, this is just part 1. Now here's a calendar they posted, which I kind of want to talk about just in one bit as well, because this is going to tie into part 2 and part 3. But guys, comment down below, give me a rating for part 1 through 10. How much do you guys like it? 1, it's the worst, 10 is the best. Give me guys your best ratings. I'm gonna save my rating towards the end, so make sure you guys wait towards the end for you to guys hear my my take on this. Okay, so we're going to go over every single event as well and talk about it, because I think that's the main thing. So the main thing here, guys, that I want to mention is part 1. I want to pull up this video. By the way, this is really cool title screen. I'm going to be quiet, okay? I want to play this video.
There are large updates planned throughout this 7th anniversary year. The first of the 3 biggest updates, the UI overhaul, has already been released, but we plan to release the second one during the 7th anniversary campaign. Be on the lookout for more info.
Okay, this video is exactly what I think they're going to do right for the anniversary, the reason why they've been hyping up the anniversary, and also what I think they did wrong, okay? So if you guys did not know, we just had the big update for Dragon Ball Legends 2.0. There's going to be 3 parts to this big update, right? The first part was, of course, the UI interface update itself, okay? So this update runs multiple parts, and within one of these updates, we're going to get something called Battle Expansion, which is supposed to pretty much be a brand new Dragon Ball Legends. However they're going to function, maybe it's giant battles, stage destruction, stage transitions. Now, that is great. That is going to be part of the anniversary. That's what they've really been hyping up the anniversary to be all about, right? A brand new Dragon Ball Legends. Now, what they did wrong here is they didn't release this for part 1. This should have been for part 1. Part 1 should be the best. No questions asked, everything. You should unload your best things you have for part 1. Now, I'm not saying part 1 is bad, because there's some really good stuff about part 1, but this is the main takeaway for me, right? The new Dragon Ball Legends 2.0 was supposed to release for the anniversary, but it turns out it's going to be for part 2 or for part 3 of the anniversary, not part 1. So that's their biggest mistake, but I'm still looking forward to Battle Expansion. Like I said, maybe giant battles. We'll see. So, okay, let's talk about something really good. Okay, let's talk about probably the best thing here, right? Which is triple the Z power rates. Last time we saw this was, of course, the Legends Festival. I think it was 2020. Anyways, nobody thought this was ever going to come back, and this is a big deal. So it takes approximately about 5 to 6 copies of a character to max them out fully to, of course, 14 stars. So this is great. One thing that I don't like here, though, is the fact that there's going to be 39 LF characters in the lineup. I don't know if it's going to dilute the whole thing, or the rates for that specific LF will be the same. I think it's not going to make a difference. I think the rates for the specific LF will be the same, because that's how it works. It works by percentage rates, right? Not to say the fact that there's going to be 39 LF characters and your chances for getting a certain LF character like MUI Goku or Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta will get diminished, because the rates will stay the same. Okay, that's one big thing. And by the way, guys, comment down below, who are you guys going to be summoning on first? And oh yeah, I will be going live very soon to summon on both of these characters. Anybody that joined my live this morning, thank you so much for joining the live. It was really fun, man. It definitely was really fun. But yeah, back into the video really quick. So we have this. Now, this banner stays until the 18th of June, right? So part 2 is confirmed to come out on the 18th and 19th, which is exactly on the weekly reset. So part 2 is already confirmed of when it's going to come out, which, by the way, I'm very curious to see what part 2 is going to be all about. Has to be Games Original, right? Because there's nothing else they could really bring out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe a fusion mechanic. No. I was about to say fusion mechanic Kefla, but that's taken. Right? So we have that. Okay. Now let's talk about a few other things that are bad. Let's tie into the character. Okay, so these two characters don't have a brand new mechanic, which is quite the disappointment. Now, something that's good is that these two characters actually look good. I'm surprised they didn't water down their kits too much. They actually look quite good, right? So, like I said, we'll be talking about their kits when I go live tonight. It's going to be really fun live, so make sure you guys stop by. Just hit this notify me button on my live tab. It should be a great time, summon together and all that, but that's another thing. Okay, now a really good thing, by the way, guys, I'm going back and forth on the good and the bad, right? The first thing I mentioned was the fact that the battle expansion didn't come out for part 1, although it will still be coming out for this anniversary, which is a good sign. Just a bad sign that they didn't come out for part 1, right? That's the main takeaway here. Another bad thing, it's still good. Of course, we're going to get Shenron, where we can, summon Shenron via QR codes. By the way, if you guys follow my X page, which is linked down below, or my Instagram, I will be making a daily post on a place where you can find friends for not only the raid, but for also, to be able to summon Shenron, right? To switch QR codes so you guys can find friends, buddies, and all that. Should be a very helpful post. So go follow my social medias. It's all linked down below. Now, let's talk about something really good. Or really, that's good, but this should have been Super Shenron, right? This should have been Super Shenron. The fact that they didn't change it, it kind of sucks. But, it is what it is. It's just a model type, right? But now, something really good here is an insane. And I want to talk about, I'm going to make a video tomorrow morning on exactly how many Chrono Crystals we can get with this big update in Dragon Ball Legends. But guys, insane. Look at this list here to the right-hand side. I'm highlighting this, guys. Triple the Z power rate, exclusive story events, the Ultimate Rivals clash once more, 8 raids in a row, anniversary campaign, summon Shenron, special anniversary missions, which is going to be probably 4,000 crystals up for grabs here, Ultra Thanks Duel, Ultra Equipment Bonanza, worldwide team battle, which we can go over all of this here in just one bit. So this one's going to be quite interesting. Worldwide team battle. So you choose whether you would you rather try instant transmission or flight, right? What would you guys rather have? Let me ask you guys. Would you guys rather have instant transmission or flight? Honestly, instant transmission would be more useful, but if you want to enjoy life more, flight would definitely be it. So I'm torn, man. This is actually a very good question. Of course, like I said, useful. You could rob banks with instant transmission. Kind of like that one movie. What's that one movie, Jump? Where the guy lives a luxury life because he could jump everywhere. Samuel Jackson's in the movie. I think it's called Jumper. I have to double check on that. It's a great movie, by the way. But flight would be more fun, right? You would enjoy sunsets and you could still get around and all that. So very good question. Okay. And you can still travel, which is still cool. It just takes a little bit longer. And here, pretty much, you get divided into 2 teams, depending on what you choose. And then you collect special missions. And whoever wins these special missions, whoever does a better job with these special missions, will get rewards, such as Chrono Crystals. And the loser still gets something, which is nice. So I actually kind of like this event. Very intuitive. Treasure Battle is back. This is great. Anniversary Treasure Battle, 1,000 Chrono Crystals up for grabs. This does get reset from my knowledge from the previous times. So this is great. I think there's about over 20,000 crystals up for grabs. Like I said, I will be making a separate video on this, on exactly how many Chrono Crystals we can get tomorrow morning. So stay tuned. Tomorrow morning is going to be a ton of videos, guys. Also, unique equipment for Goku and Frieza is massive. Absolutely massive. Zenkai Revival Goku is also massive. This is huge, especially because, by the way, that's not going to come out tonight. That's going to come out, I think, next Wednesday, which is in a few days for the weekly reset. The card sleeves and the artwork, bro, this is great. I like this. So I do think people are being a little bit too harsh on the anniversary, and I am being harsh as well, right? I just think it's, in order to be harsh, we have to judge the whole anniversary, right? This part 1 hasn't been that good, but like I said at the very beginning of the video, the battle expansion for the Dragon Ball Legends 2.0 will be coming out for this anniversary. This is the real part I'm going to be judging, guys, right here. Because this is what they were hyping, right? This is why they upgraded the RAM of your phones, right? And say they will justify the decision making of doing that. So we'll see, right? So a ton of events. It's actually insane how many events. Equipment Bonanza, 500 crystals for free for putting this code 7th in the web store that you guys can go to. Everything is on their social medias, of course. I think it's down right now, though, because a lot of people are trying to access it. 5,600 crystals from multiple raids in a row. Something else that's pretty big is this right here, which is going to be log in every single Wednesday to get 500 crystals combined of 4,500 free crystals. A lot of free crystals, guys. 1,000 crystals because we did reach 2,000 crystals, as a matter of fact, because of the X campaign, right? 1,000 campaign. And if you get lucky, you also get an extra 3,000. But also this, so an extra 2,000 because we did reach this goal by a mile. Like, we crushed this goal, right? Because it's total views. And yeah, dude, it's actually really, in terms of a score of how many chrono crystals we can get, I think this is the most ever we've ever gone in an anniversary, which is huge. But no new mechanics is very bad, right? And bringing out no Dragon Ball, what do they call it? The battle expansion, Dragon Ball Legends 2.0 for part 1 is a huge miss. Huge miss, right? So, and Triple the Z Power is great. So I think this celebration is not as bad as people are making it out to be, man. The reason why people are making it out to be this bad is because they did hype it up. But like I said, they did hype it up for the anniversary, not for part 1 of the anniversary. So I'm going to wait until I get a full judgment here. But I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10, which is not good. It's not bad. It's not bad because obviously the characters are cool. The characters do look good. Triple the Z power rates. As well as the most chrono crystals we can ever get off of anniversary, which is really crazy. And bad because the battle expansion didn't come to fruition. Also, nothing to do with Shallot just yet. Also, maybe no Dragon Ball Legends 2.0, which was something I was really looking forward to for part 1. Once again, it should have been for part 1, but maybe giant battles are going to come out and everybody's going to switch their minds. And they're going to justify. They said they use the word justify. They are going to justify exactly why they upgraded the RAMs on your phone. So we'll see. Like I said at the very beginning of the video, this right here is everything I need to know. Right here. What is going to be the big update part 2 for Dragon Ball Legends 2.0? What's it going to be? Don't mess this up. 7 out of 10, part 1. I'm not going to be too harsh today. 7 out of 10 is average. And that's me being a little bit harsh because I'm actually very excited for this. By the way, guys, join my live. I'll be live here in about 6 hours from now, 1 hour before the banner goes live, so we can chat, talk about everything like we did this morning. It was really fun, little watch party and summon together. And best of luck to everybody summoning tonight. And I'll catch you guys once again for another video a little bit later. Have a good one. Peace.